Up as their guys are ready to do battle. Midland Browns. Both of these teams about to reach the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sport. And he'll take this up past the 2-yard line. First carry now. This is Johnson. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Carry for Isaiah Crowell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job.
Off by Dayon Buchanan. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it's a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, and you do it all game long. They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. After the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Looking to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's got room. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On play action, they'll throw. Quarter. Picked off right around the 43. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Get there. We got three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Let's go.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The swing pass caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yep. 6 points.
Touchdown. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On first down. He'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 28. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And that one makes it 14-7. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Dances by him. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second down, here's Crowell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They keep it with Crowell on first. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
Here we go. Ohio. Get up. Get on your feet. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here is the punter, Shum, as he sends this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. More from Cleveland after this. Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
No, check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Gone.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Here we go now. Gone. Check, Patriot. Over. Detroit. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And they do finally get him at the 12. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. And really pouring it on now are the Cowboys. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Hut.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Flex round. Come on, let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Come on, let's go. Ohio. 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 Flex round.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? A second quarter score from KC. The Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Back to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Oh, and now some space to operate. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be knocked down sideways, right near the 39. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop to throw. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Now, check. Patriot. Patriot. On now, look at 56. Gun. Over.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Set. 3-19. Watching that Barney.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 39. And Hopkins' kick is good. Out at 17-10. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here we go.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, how many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
No gain on the play there, second down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And now running right through it. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The Cardinals on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes the play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Looked like they had a window to get that in there, but a good job rallying defensively.
Excellent timing, no pass interference. The hit jars it loose, and now they force them into a decision. Do you go for it on fourth down or kick the field goal?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And this Browns defense stands tall. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Come on, let's go! What? None? What? None? It's just me and you. Ohio!
They'll run it again with Crowell. That'll go as a loss of 5. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Akeem Hicks in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Jacob Shum now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. He'll take it at the 42. And he is out of bounds just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. He's back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early, and then you kind of relax a little bit, to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th, now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for two and decide it right now.
A fourth quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. The Chiefs continue to add on. They're on to that lead. It would be win number 4 on the season for them. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Again, it's Johnson. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Coleman. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. That one goes for 24 yards. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Johnson running right. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They give to Johnson going right, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Looking to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is third down and 12.
Let's go. All right, man. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Caleb Brantley in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. He gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Out to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good game. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. And now a first down following that long gain. Slot man moves right. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Again, he'll drop the throw. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Corral. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guy, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the...
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing...